We contracted the Durham School Service to bring guests from my daughter's wedding to the hotel after the wedding was over in case they had too much to drink. And then they would come back the next morning and bring the guests back to get their cars because the cars were allowed to stay at the venue. They never showed up. They never showed up to pick the guests up. There were people that had too much to drink. There was a contract and there was no bus. They broke the contract. That's a breach of contract. So horrible, horrible service. We made do. I didn't really want to go to work on my daughter's wedding night. I'm sure my son-in-law did not want to work on his wedding night, but we did. We did their job. So I don't recommend them at all. They did show up the following morning, but for me, 50% of the time they show, the other 50 they don't. So I wouldn't recommend them. My daughter got married on October 30th, and it was at the Ironstone Ranch, which is in Elizabethtown. It was a bit of a drive for just about everybody. We don't even know anybody that lives there, but we picked that because it was so beautiful. And most people were staying at the Shore Stay by Best Western, which is about 10 minutes. And after the invitations went out, I thought, I want people to have fun and drink if they want to drink. I'm going to see if I can't arrange some transportation to bring people from the venue back to the hotel. And the next morning, they can go from the hotel back to the venue to get their cars. Because the venue did say the cars may be left overnight. So I called 2 bus companies. I'm sorry, I don't have the name of the other one, but Durham was significantly less expensive. It was going to cost $450 for them to provide a bus at 10 p.m. when the wedding was over. They would provide a bus. It would bring us back to the Shore Stay. We'd leave the cars. And then the next morning, at 9:50, the bus would arrive at the Shore Stay and bring everybody back. So I was mostly dealing with somebody named Rebecca Bates. She sent me a contract. We both signed it. It's got the dates of the services. About 2 or 3 days before the wedding, they called and they said, okay, just to confirm, we're providing a bus at the Ironstone Ranch at 10 p.m. to bring guests back to the hotel. I said, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. And the following morning, you want a bus in the morning to bring them from the Shore Stay back. And I said, yes, that's it. So the night of the wedding went perfectly. And I was not drinking too much because I knew I was going to have to drive and load up my car with all the excess favors and decorations and things. And the DJ announced to all the people, anybody that's staying at the Shore Stay, your hosts have provided a bus for you, which will pick you up at 10 p.m., bring you to the Shore Stay, and even bring you back the next morning. Then I went around to all the tables. I'm like, is anybody staying at the Shore Stay? We have a bus coming. You don't have to worry about drinking too much and driving. We have a bus coming. So at 10 o'clock, we're loading up the cars, and I'm like, I wonder where that bus is. They're late, 10:15. I'm just about done. And I'm like, where the heck is the bus? I'm not sure how many people were outside, maybe between 25 and 30. I don't know, 25. I didn't count them. I was like, where is it? We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Where's the bus? And because the Ironstone Ranch is a big, it's almost like a campus. It's got another weddings venue on the campus. So I sit out in my car. I'm driving around. Let me go up to that other one. Maybe the bus went there. There's no bus. I come back. It's like 10:20. I'm like, guys, I don't know what happened. They should be here. It was very cold. A lot of these guests had too much to drink. People were like, well, I can drive. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. They're under contract to come get everybody. And here we stand in the freezing cold. Oh my God. So that's basically what happened. Some people drove drunk. My son-in-law and I took people. I mean, that was a nightmare. I was so mad. I was calling them from my car. First, it started out nice, like, it's 10:25. We're still waiting for a bus in the cold. Then it got nasty. Well, it's 10:30. I guess you fucking assholes forgot. Like, I just lost it. It's a nice day, a wedding, but I started losing it. And then I kept calling back. I'm like, I'm not sure I made myself really clear. I'm completely disgusted in you. Way to ruin a perfect day. I was so mad. We went back. I kept calling him. And then I started to drink, and I left a message at 3:30 in the morning. Hey, just wanted to say, fuck you. You ruined a great day. That I was out of control. I admit it. Then the next morning, the bus showed up to bring the guests back. And I'm looking out the hotel window. I'm like, great, I'll deal with this. And thankfully, the woman had her it was Halloween. So she had her little child all dressed up. And I was like, hey, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but we don't need your service. And she goes, what? I'm here to bring people to the Ironstone Ranch. I'm like, and if the bus had showed up last night to bring the people here, then we would need your service. But you never showed up. Your company screwed us. We have no need for your service. Bye. And part of the thing in this contract is that I will tip each bus driver $40. Well, I said, bye. There is no tip for you. So that's how that went down. I called them. They didn't call me. I called them Monday morning. I said, I'd like to speak to Rebecca Bates. And I thought the first thing they'd say is, all those messages weren't necessary. The language, because I would have said, no. This is not about language. This is about you breaking a contract. So Rebecca got on the phone. She's like, hi, this is Rebecca. I'm like, this is Liz Porter. Yes, Liz. The bride's mother. Liz, I don't know what to say. I'm terribly sorry about what happened. That bus driver is out on her route right now. So I do not know what happened. I have no explanation right now. And I'm terribly sorry. And I was like, you have no idea. We planned for 2 years this wedding. We go out of our way to make everything perfect and tell people, you can drink, you can party, we've got and you don't show up. You know how many people drove probably over the legal limit? I said, I'm so disgusted with you. And Mrs. Porter, please be reassured, there will be no charge to your credit card. What in the fuck would you charge my credit card for? Are you fucking kidding me? I should charge you because I did your fucking job. She's like, Mrs. Porter, I'm sorry. I have no explanation. Well, I don't think we're done yet. I guess I just was so angry. I wanted to tell people, like, look, this is what happened to me. Don't let it happen to you. I mean, if Durham Bus Company would like to pay me that $250, I'd be fine. I did their job because I guess the bus it was $450, so it was $225 that I was going to pay that bus. I don't care. I don't really care much about money. What's done is done. But I certainly wanted people to know, like, how horrible that service is. That's horrible. Just so disappointed, That's it. So disappointed. And like I said, it's a breach of contract. So
Better.
I guess if I was going to pay them $225, they should pay me $225. I'm sorry, but I did your freaking job for you. I took customers back to the hotel, patrons, guests, whatever they're called. I mean, I don't think they tried to do anything. She offered a lame, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, and never contacted me again. That's just poor service, I think it's very poor service. So, yeah, I was so angry, because we really had such a perfect day. And I had thought of everything. Let's get a bus, the perfect plan, planning. And it just put a very bad taste in my mouth. That's all, I would say be really careful. Maybe get the bus driver's phone number or get an emergency number, because here's my history with them. 50% of the time they show up, 50% of the time they don't. That's it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.